What's going on, y'all? So listen, Empire. So Empire starts off with Cookie. She's in the bed. Lucius is bringing her breakfast, and Thirsty comes in there. Thirsty telling her that they found a girl. They found Pound Cake's daughter. Her name is Maya. She's 19. She's studying at NYU. She's doing classical ballet. And she was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Lucius get a little suspicious, like, why the fuck you over there talking to my wife in her bed and all that shit? Thirsty like, calm the fuck down. They go see Eddie, because that's the business that they got to take care of. Eddie and his smug ass is the type of person that I cannot stand. And this is what I mean. When a person who think they cannot be broken, cannot be toppled over, who really think they got you by the balls, all right? And he the type of person that probably will cover all his tracks and all the bases. And then what will bring him down is something so fucking small and so fucking petty that he overlooked. And that's what it seemed like gonna happen to Eddie. They wanted him to sign this contract, giving his resignation, saying that he's gone and exiting the company. He said, bitch, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. First of all, you want to say and bring in the SEC and try to accuse me of insider trading, and I can just sit there and tell them, ain't no way in hell, and they can look at me and tell that ain't no way in hell that I can convince my wives to actually put stock and buy stock up in Empire, and basically playing it on the fact that what is it that a girl like him, or her, a woman, beautiful woman like them, was seeing a nigga like him, a little scrub ass nigga like him. And I said, bitch, you better play up on them looks cards, because that's the only part that I got out of that. That's what I got out of that. And he basically grinning and looking like, bitch, you ain't got no other cards to play. I'm going to still be here. If I, Lucius said, you could have asked for money if you really needed. He said, the type of money and the stuff that I lost, you couldn't give me back. Okay? You couldn't get it back. That's why I needed this deal, and we can still do this deal. He said, bitch, we ain't doing a deal. He was like, okay, that's what you think. I'm about to go kick it with Edna. She's on the board. She likes me. Mind you, Edna is the one who Thirsty sucked off in that elevator. Okay? Remember her, Big Edna. And Edna be getting around, bitch. Edna get her favors in. Um, and he's the type of person that will make it so that he's so charismatic and people can't help but love him. And so he comes in making it seem like he's doing all this good stuff for the company, and everybody falls in love with him. He walks and literally say, "This is a nice desk. I hope to give me one too." Basically saying he gonna take over, enjoy the fucking empire while you can, cause he gonna take it. And so you know, Lucius and Thirsty talking to Jamal and Hakeem about what's going on and how they need to take this nigga down, and they got to get through the board too and let them know what's going on. But bitch, they go down to Leviticus. Damn near all the board members are there kicking it because Eddie is up there throwing this party for Tiana to say and gloat that she's done something that an Empire artist has never done before. Even the Lions brothers. Been number one in pop and R&B. Her single simultaneously is number one on the pop charts and the R&B charts. And then Tori Ash's album is number one on the R&B charts. Cultural appropriation. But doing all that. And Tiana, oh my God. I said, girl, you are so dumb. You are so dumb to let somebody, some man, just come in and take over your shit. See, I can't stand people like that either. But, she gets up there and perform. Next thing you know, Edna is over there by Lucius, and Lucius is looking like he is ready to knock Eddie Heads off his shoulder. Okay? Edna was like, Eddie is a genius. Everybody likes him ever since he came up into this company. We need to have a meeting and convince them to let him stay, all this stuff. And Lucius just looking like, ain't this about a bitch? He didn't got his claws into the board members and everybody in Empire. Okay, putting on the charms and shit like that because they don't know what's going on. So Lucius got to figure out a way to get this nigga out of there. I said just go ahead and kill him at this point. You're going to get away with it. Moving on from that, Cookie goes down to NYU. She comes across this ballet class, and we see this white girl. She's doing a thing, and we see the instructor say, "No, you're doing it wrong." And she was like, "Fuck this," because she thought she had the wrong class. And we don't see nobody but a whole bunch of white kids. The girl is half black and half white, so at least she probably got some little tint in her color, her skin or whatever. That's what she was expecting. And sure enough, she do. She was adopted by white folks. Okay, I forgot to put that out there too. So he was like, the instructor was like, Maya, come up here and show her what you're supposed to be doing. So she comes around and she was in behind all the other girls. I said, what the fuck is going on? First of all, she's behind all the other girls, but she's the best one there because she's doing all the stuff and being used as to show the proper technique. And she's obviously the best in the class. And Cookie is watching her. Next thing you know, when she's packing up and everybody leaves, Cookie comes in and was like, she was trying to practice how she was gonna tell her that Pound Cake is her daughter, it's her mama, and she's in jail. She want to see her and all this shit. But I was like, girl, you can't just spring that shit on nobody right there like that. The girl, she was like, why you not doing lead? You are really good. He said, well, the girl said who played Michelet in the Lifetime movie, who also played the daughter on Lincoln Heights. She said, I should be, but the instructor, the dude said that, the lighting wouldn't be right for my skin tone. My skin tone ain't the right for the lighting. So it'll be easier for the other girls. I said, bitch, bitch, bitch. That is what goes on. And that is a form of discrimination right there, using it as an excuse. I said, God damn. I said, the lighting ain't right, but what about Misty Copeland? Y'all around the same complexion, bitch, and she fucking lead, okay? She the main bitch up there. So don't give me that bullshit, that subtle fucking racism right there. But okay, we gonna let you halfway in the door, but we ain't gonna let you all the way in the fucking door. That's what that was, bitch. You don't put blue light on black girls. Come through, Beyonce. Bitch, I was over like then and there. And she said, it takes a lot of light to shine through cheap ass shit to make it look like a diamond, okay? Just remember that you are a fucking diamond already and you shining. I was like, oh my God, who are you? You're Cookie Lyon, right? Empire. She was like, what are you doing here? She said, I'm here for you. She was like, for me? She was like, no, she trying to look for some dancers or whatever for Tiana or whatever, and you kind of fit the bill because she was looking for someone like her. She had to hurry up and switch that up. And she was like, oh my God, cool. So she happy about that. See, when one opportunity falls, another bitch come knocking, and that's what just happened. So, Lucius is pissed off because ever since Eddie came there, Eddie got people putting out albums. Eddie got people putting out hits and stuff. Jamal and Hakeem ain't put out shit. They like the last in the 20 for 20 thing, and he want them to crank out these hits. Hakeem said he got a single that's ready to fucking go, and Jamal, he got something, but let's just want the old Jamal back, okay? His boring shit back. That's what he want. He don't want the newfound Jamal. And since that's what he want, Jamal ain't here for it, so he said, put me back on the fucking bench. I'm out the 20 for 20. He going over there talking to Tori Ash about the whole thing. She in her feelings that Eddie trying to make her into an R&B artist. And Jamal said, bitch, who cares about genres these days? What we need to do is form like this collective and just go ahead and bounce ideas off each other and do what we want to do and put some good music out, even if Empire don't let us. We got to do it on our own. So, speaking of, Hakeem is doing this little walkthrough through this basement with Blake, and he was like, what the fuck is this? He was like, didn't you say that your daddy and your mama met at a basement party that Lucius threw? And that was probably one of his first performances ever. And if it wasn't for that basement party, you probably wouldn't be here. And, just think about it. You got all this stuff. You need to have these people come and, hear your shit and just flow with it. And he wasn't really feeling it. But then Andre goes, he's right. It was like, what you talking about? Had a basement party, have it on X string. I know we not really good with each other, and but I just want to come back and I want to be your big brother. And I'm telling you this, you want to get another hit, because he said all I want right now is a number one hit. And he was like, you want a number one hit? Stream this on X2. I mean X2, bitch, the wrong shit. Telling all my shit. Wait till tomorrow. Stream this shit on Xstream. And when you stream it on Xstream, you tell your followers and everybody that's looking, they get a free, download, and that counts as a fucking sale. And so that's sure to knock Tiana out the number one spot. So of course Hakeem agrees to it. Mind you, Andre had went to go see his pastor and told him that, he tried to apologize and to tell Lucius what's up, but Lucius is beyond forgiving him at this point. And like the pastor said, You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes, you know, people are unfixable and you can't fix your father, okay? You just have to worry about yourself. Mm. Then we get to see with Eddie coming into, I think, Leviticus, right, with Edna again. And they finna go on this little date or whatever. And we see Giselle sitting down there. Mind you, Giselle is his current wife. So Edna is like, oh my God, Eddie, afterward, I would like for you to stay, like a stinger, stay here. He was like, come on, Edna, just call me Eddie, okay? And she was like, okay, Eddie. I said, girl, stop. And he was like, Giselle, what are you doing here? Well, you know, they told me that you wanted to see me and to meet you down here. It was like, who is this? Edna said, and he was like, this is Giselle, my ex-wife. And she was like, what? And he was like, this is Edna from the board. And Giselle called on, so she was like, okay, Eddie, so, you know, when you finish, I'll just go see you later. He was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Right when he was about to leave, Celeste bring her ass in there pissed off. Bitch, so you mean to tell me you gonna do all this shit with my money and all this stuff? You better come clean with what the fuck you doing and all this and woo woo woo. And then the other wife, the first wife, come through and was like, bitch, fuck you. No, we gonna talk about this shit. I'm here first, okay? No, what the fuck you did with my money, alright? What is going on? All three of them getting into it, okay, and Edna figuring out some shit and just listening to, you know, him talking about losing money and taking money. It's not sounding good. And when the first wife said the past, the present, and the future, ain't nobody got time for that. It was like, so I'm not his girlfriend unless Eddie, he said, and she was like, you know what? Fuck you and your mama too. Okay. Don't call me. You can try to get in contact with me. She went from calling him Eddie, from calling him Edward to Eddie to back to Mr. Barker. Okay. Edna caught on to the game, and Edna was not here for the bullshit anymore. And then this table girl bring over some you know, alcohol compliments from the boss, and they was like, "Who?" Bitch, Lucius was over there. I said, I knew it was Lucius who set this shit up. See, it was something so small, something small that was part of it, part of it. Eddie up there talking to Giselle. Giselle is like, bitch. Now see, it was one thing trying to take shit from Lucius behind his back. How the fuck you gonna overthrow him in front of his face? He said it's cool, cause he said that pasty faced ass Edna. I said, bitch, slow your roll, okay? Calm down. She won't return his phone calls and shit like that. So he gotta go to plan B. And that's trying to get Shine on board. He's sitting there whining and dining Shine. Shine listening to him like, bitch, you was the one that told him to kick me off in the first place years ago, so why now you want me to come and back your ass when I'm trying to right those wrongs and all this stuff, and you shouldn't be only taking this much, you know, you too good to be you know, the middle, the last man on the totem pole or whatever, because, you know, and Lucius only care about himself, and, you know, if you back me, this'll happen and all this shit. And of course, Shine gonna do it. I said, Shine, you better be like, nah, bruh, I'm playing you in the process. That's what better be happening, because I don't understand, okay? Later, we have Jamal and Tori going to see this guy who's a tattoo artist who is also a rapper that Jamal been wanting to work with, but because of the way that the Lions in the Empire works, they couldn't reach out to him. And he wanted him to be a part of the collective, but dude is resistant and like, I don't work well with others, okay? I work better by myself. I don't need some dude who was grew up in hip hop royalty to come in and tell me about my struggle and all this stuff. And, you know, he just really wasn't feeling it. And I can understand where he was coming from. But, you know, Jamal just like, damn, everywhere I turn, everybody keep knocking me down. I can't get nowhere. I'm just trying to make the music I want to make and help people and do it with people who got similar ideas as me. And it's just not working the way that he wants it to work. So later, we get this thing with Maya, she's in there doing this so-called rehearsal, or I should say audition for, you know, to be in Tiana's video or whatever the fuck, to work with her or to be a choreographer or whatever, and she's doing a really good job. Tiana comes around the corner and she sees the whole thing and she's looking all with this bitch face, and I'm like, Tiana, you were likable in the beginning, now you becoming so much of a diva, and we like, bitch, chill. She came in there, turned her music off and said, Old girl was like, oh my God, you're Tiana. I'm like your biggest fan. She said, is this the new choreographer? What are you, 13 years old? She was like, this is a girl we got from NYU. NYU? You went and got an amateur ass bitch from NYU and all this stuff. Just embarrassed the girl, made her run out. And at this point, she doing all of this shit. Cookie had to bring Tiana down and said, bitch, I don't give a fuck what Eddie is doing to you. You know, Eddie put you at #1, but bitch, I'm the only big bitch up in here, okay? You can be cool and you can have a you know, be glad that you #1 and shit, but you ain't gotta walk around here acting like a fucking bitch, okay? That's what the fuck you not gonna do. And let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck who put you there, but bitch, I can take you off of that #1 slot, okay? You gonna have some fucking respect. And I said, this bitch is just doing the fucking most and for no reason. So Cookie go out there and she trying to talk to you know, Maya, and she was like, she brought up her mom. She was like, I knew your mom. Okay, I'm talking about your biological mother. All right, and she was like, fuck her. That's basically what Maya said. And she was like, no, no, no. Your mom, her name, pound cake, whatever, she's in jail. She was like, my crack dealing mama. No, your mama didn't use crack. Okay. She probably dealt the shit, but she never used the drugs, and she did it so that she can try to find you. Okay, you were stolen from her. Now Cookie made it a point to say that you were stolen from her. Maya said, bitch, I don't want to see her. I don't care if she's sick. She's already dead to me because she gave me up. And I said, how the fuck did you get from you are in NYU, and I'm thinking you're smart enough to understand when she said, bitch, you were stolen from her. Okay, and she's been doing all this stuff trying to find you, but yet you still want to find a reason to be mad at her by saying she gave you up. No, she didn't, bitch, and she just told you that. Like, that shit just pissed me off. I don't care how pissed off you are, but bitch, open up your ears and listen. God damn, that made me mad. And you know, Cookie was having these flashbacks to when she was in jail and her mama came. First of all, she wasn't here for the fact that Carol said that the mama wanted to talk to her, and you know, the whole thing with Cookie not wanting to see her mom play by Alfred Ritter. All I saw when she popped up, she was like, the mama basically cheated on the daddy and left. And then Carol was like, that's not what happened. The dad basically said that she had to get the fuck out and not come back or he was going to kill her. So, of course, it seems like Loretta, a.k.a. Cookie, she's more so of a daddy's girl than a mama's girl. So she going to be on the daddy side. She think that Carol is lying and falling for the mama bullshit. And she was like, she ain't got time for it. And then she was like, mama here though. And then all of a sudden, Cookie was like, look, bitch, I'm over my visit. Let's go. And then all of a sudden, you hear Loretta. Loretta. It is Alfred Ritter, right? And she come up out the shadows, bitch. And all I could think of is when she was holding that bike on Holiday Heart and she was in that room. Bitch, that's all I could think of. And she was going down those steps like... Let me stop. She had a conversation with her, and they weren't just feeling it. It wasn't feeling like Cookie had no fucking love or no feelings toward her at that point. Child, Eddie really thought that Sean was gonna kick it with him. He wanted him to come to the studio see Blake. He come to the studio, but then guess who comes out? It's Lucius. And he was like, bitch, I did just like Hillary. I picked the lesser of the devils, okay? And he was like, but Hillary didn't win. Exactly. Still, you know, you not gonna win either. So that's what Lucius kind of equated him to. And I just said, you know, y'all playing a fiery game, okay? And come to find out, Eddie is the one that taught him, Lucius, to be ruthless and all that shit. And he said, bitch, I taught your ass, but you know what? You can't fuck with the teacher, okay? So you just need to be on your P's and Q's because, bitch, I'm not done yet. I said, all right, Eddie, you can try. You old. You old. You know, all it take. He tried to say everything that you touch turned to shit. Even Cookie damn near died fucking with your ass. I said, why would you do that to that man? Okay, why would you put that out there? And you really got me out here feeling bad and rooting for Lucius, bitch. Like, really, really. Then it's you know, Hakeem little 90s basement party thing that they going on. They having a little issue because Blake didn't play the venue. Andre comes in the clutch and was like, I got it all squared out. They waiting on Jamal to come. You know, eventually he do. They want a picture of all three of the brothers, and while they taking the picture, Andre asked Jamal, can they, you know, talk later? Jamal instantly said, no, and just walked the fuck away. Introduces Hakeem to do his little take the Rock the Party, you know, single. It's a cute little single. And in the process of him up there performing it, bitch, I want to go to a party like that with a black light and everything, bitch. Not no club party, but like a real party. But that was a little cute. That was a cute look. And here comes Tiana and her girls talking about some. I thought you said this was a 90s party. I didn't know this was a Hakeem album release, single party. She was like, girl, it is a 90s party. I don't care about no Hakeem. I'm here, plus my fans are here, so hey, fuck it with it. And then when they walked past, y'all seen what Becky said, bitches. And I said, yeah. You know, and for Tiana to sit there and to tell Maya, bitch, what, she 13 years old? You look all of 9, okay? So what are you trying? Tiana literally looks like she was trying to play dress up in her mommy's closet. She gets up there, right front and center, as Hakeem is, you know, doing his thing. He pulls her up on stage. Blake is kind of over it, so he said, fuck it, let me grab the mic. He do his thing, and everybody is here for it. Hakeem and Tiana going to back. He was like, girl, she said, you know you not slick for bringing me up on that stage. He's like, bitch, I didn't even know you was going to be here, but I'm glad you came. And don't you supposed to be over there, you know, having a press tour in the morning? Well, Eddie's not here, so I can be off the hook for a minute, and they wind up fucking. I said, somebody come in and record them and leak that shit. Jamal over there looking for Tori. She over there getting high. Come to find out, Eddie is the one that was giving her the shit. See, Eddie don't give a fuck about nobody, and it's just crazy. You know, he's literally out for self, and he don't care if the artist self-destructs as long as they make money for him. All right, Tiana out her mind because they had a good time. Her and Hakeem fucked around. They looked like they back together for a quick little second up until she was like, he said, you know, I can't let Eddie act like a puppet, make you act like a puppet. Ain't nobody making me act like a puppet. See, let me tell you this. I knew Eddie said that this was going to happen. All you want me to do is be underneath you and you won't be satisfied with nothing else. See, Eddie has done more for me in 6 months than I did Empire has done for me in 3 years. I said, okay, well, bitch, what is he doing? Empire gave you the freedom to do a lot of stuff. They didn't tell you that you had to isolate everybody out of your life. They didn't tell you that you had to only talk to this certain person on the label. Eddie is literally isolating your dumb ass, stupid, and making you drunk with power, and you really ain't got the power. It's him that has the power. You're doing his dirty bidding. And I just said, you know, fuck this bitch, okay? At this point in time, back in Empire, Cookie coming off the elevator and runs into Thirsty, and Thirsty, you know, let it out the bag that Lucius wanted to kill Eddie. So, of course, Cookie is in her feelings. She go up there and she talked to him like, I thought you said we was partners. So when the fuck you make the decision to fucking go out and try to kill Eddie? Mind you, Lucius is sitting there putting bullets in a gun with some black gloves on, okay? No fingerprints, bitch. And she was like, we got to do this shit a better way. Took the gun out of his hand. I said, let him do what he got to do, Cookie. Bitch, they didn't invite Eddie to bring his ass over to Lucius' place. You got Cookie and Lucius sitting down at the table. He sit at one end, they stand at the other end, and was like, bitch, let me tell you something. You about to leave this company. You want to know why? Because we done went digging through your shit that's supposed to have been sealed, that you know, had a settlement or whatever, so the shit won't get out. Now, if you don't want the shit to get out about how this girl that you took over her career, she was doing very successful, then all of a sudden you took over her career, feeding her drugs and shit. She couldn't take the pressure of your ass, so she fucking had a fucking overdose and committed suicide. No, she committed suicide because of your bullshit. You don't want the board and all the other people to know this shit. You gonna sign these papers and you gonna get the fuck up out of Empire. He was like, okay, cool. He left too calmly and coolly for me. So I was like, what the fuck else is finna happen? Later we see that at the 90s party that happened, the guy that Jamal was talking to at the tattoo shop, he do come back. He actually comes, you know, and he said he actually sat there and he listened to Jamal's music, and, you know, he's not trying to judge him with prejudice anymore, and he dig what he's saying, so he gonna try to think about working with him. Cool. So, you know, Cookie is having a flashback to when her mom was still in jail, and, you know, throwing it in her mom's face. You couldn't even get a ring. You couldn't do nothing with this dude that you left my daddy for. You left the wife. You left being a wife and a mother to 3 daughters to go to a know-nothing ass nigga. And it was like, well, bitch, your husband up in here serving you divorce papers while you in here and you leaving your 3 kids. And I said, oh, so y'all doing tit for fucking tat. And so, it was just a mess. It was a mess, and it was just showing how broken sometimes mother-daughter's relationships be. And then Cookie goes to see Pound Cake, and she had to literally lie to Pound Cake just to make her not feel that hurt of knowing that the daughter is found, but she don't want to see her because she has this negative perception of her, even though Cookie told her what the truth was. And she lied and said she didn't find her. You know what I'm saying? And that hurt Pound Cake because she is dying. And that was her last hope. Next thing you know, like I said, it fell too quick and too soon, too easy that Eddie went on ahead and signed those papers. Bitch. Next thing we hear is Eddie talking about something, so we both know how it feels being involved with the lions and they devouring their own and all this shit. Then we see a fucking light-skinned ass pale hand. I said, bitch, boo-boo fucking kitty. She said, cut the bullshit, Eddie. Let's be honest. You only want me here because you want me to help you take over Empire, okay? And the only reason why I'm here is because there's a clause in my custody agreement saying that I have the controlling state of Bella's estate, her part in Empire. I can control that for right now. And you want to take that over. Bitch, let me just tell you this. I will go ahead and help your ass. First of all, don't look at me like that, because, bitch, we ain't finna have me being Mrs. Barker number 5, okay? Number 4, number 5, number 6, whatever. But, bitch, when we done and we finally take this shit over, I want to be CEO. I said, ain't this about a bitch? Shit got good at the end. I ain't even gonna lie. It really did. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about Empire. And it's finally good. I'm actually looking forward to see what Boo Boo Kitty finna do. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Nighty night. Peace.